Okay, I just kind of wanted to give you an idea of what you're expected to do in Mobius when they ask you a question, want an answer, and then they give you the box where it says, show your work and explain in your own words how you arrived at your answers. Now, they do not want you to work this out on paper and then just take a picture of it and upload it. They want you to type it in here. But obviously, you know, I worked it out on paper over there on the right, and all those lovely colors of purples and blues and greens and reds and blacks, to show you that that's my answer. Down here, let's see, I got this as my final answer, and I do have a YouTube video showing you how to work this problem. This video is showing you how to enter it into Mobius. And so I click on this box right here, kind of highlights it around the edges in blue. Unfortunately, on this one, you can see there's a little button right here to the right. There's like a magnifying glass, and then you've got this button. That button sometimes is there. It's an equation editor, and sometimes it's not in this answer box. So above it, it says to enter infinity, type the word infinity. Do not capitalize it. If you capitalize it, it'll count it wrong. It can be very picky on that. And then it says to enter the union symbol, just type a capital letter U. So my answer is over here on the right. I've circled it. Let's see. I need a parenthesis and then a negative. And then infinity, I-N-F-I-N-I-T-Y, comma, -2, and then I need a bracket. Then hit capital U, and then I need another bracket, and then 6, comma, I-N-F-I-N-I-T-Y, parenthesis. Okay, and then that's my answer. I've got it typed in, and I'm going to come up here and say, how did I do? And if it puts a green, green around it and highlights that little green circle with the check mark, I got it right. And you want to make sure you're always checking that you got them right before you submit it. You want to get as many points on this as possible. Now you're going to come down here to this box, and you're going to show your work and explain in your own words how you arrived at your answer. Now there's several ways you can do this. My favorite way, though, is to actually type in the work using the equation editor, which is right here. So I usually click on that first, and then I need absolute value bars. These are parentheses, but when you click on it, here's your absolute value bars. And then inside, I'm going to backspace and hit X -2. Scroll over and then hit +6, and then somewhere in here, is it here? Nope. Is it here? Where is it? Somewhere. Where are you? Greater than or equal to symbol? There's infinity. That's trig functions. Is it not in there? What the heck? Huh. Well, maybe I just hit... I have a greater than symbol on my keyboard. Let's see. So hit shift greater than, and then hit the equals. There we go. Okay. Hit your... On your keyboard, find the greater than sign. You have to hit shift, and then it's the button that has the period on it, and above it it says greater than. Hit that first, and then just go and hit your equal to sign. Okay, you're looking for the button on your keyboard that has a period here and then greater than sign on it. Hit that first, but I have to hit shift first, obviously. And then you're looking for the button that has the equal to button on it, or equal to sign on it. It also has an addition sign, but that's for the shift. That's how you're going to put in a greater than or equal to sign. And then 10. Okay, so I put that in there and I hit done, and it'll put that in exactly as I see it. And then I usually scroll over and I say something to the effect of, let's see, subtract 6 from both sides. Sorry, this is really small. The equation to isolate the absolute value. And if you want, you can highlight that, you can bold it, and you can even put it in color. So if I want to put it in purple, and there it is, and it separates it very clearly from the work. So if you subtract 6 from both sides, I'm going to end up with, because that's what I did right here, I subtracted 6, I'm going to be left with this. So I would hit my equation editor again, and now type in, I'm going to use a highlighter for this, I'm going to type this in next, because that would be the result of subtracting 6 from both sides. So absolute value, got to delete that A, type in x minus 2, scroll to the right, and then hit the greater than sign, and then the equal to sign, and then 4, and hit done. And that, oh, it's still in purple. Okay, all right, whatever. You remembered the purple. That's fine. Okay, and then next, once you've isolated it, once the absolute, oh my gosh, sorry, my typing skills aren't the greatest. The value is isolated, split it into 2 separate equations. And if you want to mix things up on this, you're like, I don't want purple this time, maybe you want a different color, go with red, I don't care, whatever you want to do. I don't know how to change that, can I? If I highlight it, put it back to black, there we go. Yep, you can do this. You can click on that, go to the color, change it to full on black if you want, or you can make that color too, whichever's easiest. And then I would just keep going. And I like to spread it out a little bit. It makes it easy to see and read. So at this point, I would go back to the equation editor and absolute value. Oh no, sorry, not absolute value. I'm done with the absolute value. Back it up. Okay, x minus 2, and then is greater than or equal to 4. And then I'm going to go space, 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 space. I'm going to put in the word or right here. Space, 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 space. X minus 2 is less than or equal to negative 4. And then hit done. It's all in red. Click on it, change it to black. So you can have fun with this. It didn't give me the space in here, but that's all right. Put the or in there. If you want it to be spaced out, I'm going to highlight that and hit delete. Will that delete it? How do I delete this? There we go. Boop. Do it separately and go x minus 2 is greater than or equal to 4. And then hit done. And then go space, 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 or space, 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 space. Now put it in there. X minus 2 is less than or equal to negative 4, and done. There we go. So you might just have to play with it a little bit, you know, but that's how you need to do it, because you have to show your work, but you also have to explain in your own words. Now, some people would rather maybe explain first and then show the work, or you can do it line by line and show each step and tell me what you're doing. There's lots of options here, okay? The only problem that you might have, let's see if can I delete all this? There we go. If You go, I don't think you can do every single step in the equation editor at one time. I'm about to lose time here. But anyway, hopefully